Hello guys, the chapter going on is JavaScript strings, arrays, functions and objects. In previous two videos we discussed about functions. We know now function declaration, function expression and arrow function. In this video we are going to discuss an important topic, that is higher order functions in JavaScript. What is higher order function? A function which accepts another function as argument or which returns another function is called as higher order function. See, actually we know that to a function we can pass some values as argument, some number, some string or some boolean type data. But in JavaScript we can have function to which another function can be passed as an argument. Let me explain through one example. I am writing two functions. First one, good morning. Here message hello and good morning will be displayed. Right? Let me copy and paste this. Second function is good night. Now I am going to call one higher order function message. What is higher order function? A function to which another function is sent as an argument. So while calling message, I am passing this function as argument. Message good morning. Let me call it again. This time it is good night. Of course program is not complete yet because message function is not defined. Let us define now message function. We can write the function declaration above these function calls or below also. Let me write here above the function calls. Function name message. One argument. I can give any name. I will choose fun as that argument name. So first time good morning is assigned to fun. Second time good night is assigned to fun. See the syntax. I have not written here brackets. Only name of the function. Or you may say it is reference pointer which refers to that function object. Because a function is nothing but a special object in JavaScript and function name is nothing but a reference which refers to that function object. This is very similar to Python. Okay, now can you tell what I should write? I want to execute first time this good morning function, second time good night function. We can say here that fun is an alias of good morning, right? So tell me, if I write fun and empty square bracket and after that semicolon, is it same like calling that good morning function first time and good night function second time? Isn't it? Bracket is required. No arguments are there, so bracket is empty. Are you getting it? See the output. Hello, good morning. Hi, good night. So the message function here is higher order function. Why? Because it has got a function as an argument, and this function which is passed to it as an argument is called as callback function. You got it? Very important concepts in JavaScript. Higher order functions and callback functions. Often those are required in JavaScript programs. Alright, now let me consider one more example so that this topic will be very much clear to you. Three user defined functions I have written. I am just copying here. You will understand easily what these functions are doing. First function is finding maximum of an array. Second function, minimum of an array. And third function, summation of elements of an array. These functions are returning the values max, min and sum. Right? Now let me have an array containing numbers This is that array A. Let me call these three functions now one after other. These functions are returning values. I will print using console.log find max, pass A to it. Second time function is find min, and third time it is find sum. And here are the answers. I hope you understood the code written in these three functions, or just pause the video and go through it. Now, instead of calling these functions directly, what I will do, I will write one higher order function. Let us say its name is operate, and to that I will send array and the function as argument. Are you getting it? Operate is higher order function or not? Yes, because function is getting passed to it as an argument. Now how will be the operate function? Let me write its declaration here. Function operate, two arguments, first is array, second is function. First is array, you may choose different name or same, no problem. And here fun, and directly call here console.log. In that, call the function fun and pass that A. You got it or not? Same result you are getting. See, first time this operator is called, this array A is assigned to first argument A, find max is assigned to second argument, that is fun. Now fun is an alias of find max, so calling fun with A as argument is same as calling find max with argument A. Same result we are getting. I hope you got it. What is the benefit? It looks simple and easy to understand. Same function we are calling, we are passing array, and we are telling which functionality should be applied to that array, which action should be taken with that array. Action is nothing but it is function, so we are passing the corresponding function name as argument. So it's clear to you now that a function which accepts another function as argument or which returns another function is called as higher order function, and the function passed as an argument is called as callback function. Now let me delete this complete code. We will discuss now few inbuilt higher order functions provided in JavaScript. The first one is for each method. This method is used for traversal of an array. Actually, you know, regular for loop or for off loop can be used for traversal of an array. You have got this third option for each method. Let me have one array of strings. Array name is colors. 5 strings are there. The for each method is of class array, so it is called using array object and dot operator, colors dot for each. And see what type of argument it requires. It requires a callback function. Let me write some function name here, visit. The JavaScript engine is going to show error because visit function is not defined yet. Let me define that function, visit. Any function name I may choose. And for the time being, let me write this console log statement to display some text, say welcome, and see the output. What it is? Welcome 5 times. Why 5 times? Can you tell? Yes, because there are 5 elements in this color array, colors array. Let me delete the last 2. Welcome is now appearing 3 times. So can you tell what this statement is doing? Colors dot for each in bracket visit. Yes, For each, the name itself is giving you idea. For each element of the colors array, this callback function is called. First time for red it is called, output is welcome. Then for green it is called, output is welcome, like this. You got it? But our requirement is to print these elements, red, green, blue, orange, purple. How to get those elements in this visit function? See, let me delete this visit from here just for a moment. I will keep cursor there and you just see what it is showing. For each callback function, it has got few arguments. First is value, second is index, and third is the array. Value, index, array. I will write here value, then index, then array, and I will rewrite visit here. Now for this visit function, first argument is value. Of course, instead of value I may choose any other name, but it is the value of corresponding element. So if here instead of welcome I say data, then see the output, red, green, blue, orange. So this is traversal of the array using for each method. For each here is higher order function and visit is callback function. 3 arguments you can use for this callback function, but of course those are optional. You may use, you may not use, but normally you will require the first one always, value of the element, right? Let me use second one also, index, or I will choose name I here, and along with data let me print I, index 0, 1, 2, 3. Let me use third argument also, array. So instead of data I will say array of I, same output I will get. This is function declaration of visit function. Instead let me write function expression. So it will be visit equal to function. It is giving error because the function expression should be written before using it. Yes. And now see, for each method it has got argument visit, and what is the variable visit equal to? It is equal to this function. Visit is a reference variable which refers to this function object. So for each method to it, instead of sending visit this name, this reference variable, we can send this complete function. I should comment out this. Now see, the word visit is not there in our program. Colors dot for each method requires callback function. We have written directly definition of callback function where the argument is required to be passed. Is it clear to you? Many times students get confused with this syntax. Closing curly bracket, then closing regular bracket, and then semicolon. Actually, remember, this complete thing is argument of for each method. This complete thing is a function definition. This is body of the function. Area between opening and closing curly braces. I will delete this, and one more example I will consider of this for each method so that its syntax will be very much clear to you. We have got now this array of strings. Cars, 4 elements are there. We want to display those names, those strings in capital letters using for each method. We are not going to use regular for loop or for of loop here. Yes, tell me, it will be cars dot for each semicolon, right? Actually, what I have done, just few enters here because I want to write the callback function here. Callback function, you don't need to give any name to this function. You can call it as anonymous function, function having no name, function which is used only once. 3 arguments. Let me use only first argument, data. I told you these arguments are optional. You may use, you may not use. This is body of this callback function, and here I will say console.log data dot to uppercase. bracket is required. Is it difficult? I want to put numbers here. So data comma index or I plus 1. Yes. Okay guys, it's enough for this video. In next video we will discuss few more inbuilt higher order functions provided in JavaScript.